Alright, for once, Yu-Gi-Oh didn't need to download multiple gigabytes of information. And so we can actually do like a couple we can do like a practice thing or two. See, the most important factors during battle are the attack and defense of the monsters involved. Each monster has its base attack and defense listed on its card, but there are various effects in the game that can raise or lower them. Let's take a look at a few examples of cards that can change a monster's attack and defense. Right. There are many cards with effects that can manipulate monsters' attack and or defense. Some cards may raise or lower attacks defense by a set amount, while others may have it, double it, or make it zero. They can be very useful to have in your arsenal. Yeah, come first normal summon TG Warwolf. Set Shrink in preparation for an attack from your opponent's monster. Alright, and end your turn. Activate the effect of Shrink. Its original attack becomes halved until the end of this turn. However, that actually didn't do anything. Even though you activated Shrink, your opponent's monster's attack haven't gone down significantly. Why is that? The effect of Shrink states that it will have the original attack of the target. Original attack refers to the attack value that is displayed on the card with no alteration. Basically base. A's in magic terms. The original attack of your target, Dash Warrior, are 600, therefore its attack will be reduced by half of that, which is 300. However, any attack increases are the result of other card effects will remain in place. This is why the monster's attack didn't go down by all that much. Along with increasing and decreasing attack and defense, there are also cards that can double or half them. Watch out for the effects that can change attack and defense as you battle your way to victory. TG Warwolf. Once returned during the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed on the field, while it's not there this turn, you can add one TG monster from your deck to your hand except TG Warwolf. Do that. It seems to want me to grab TG Rush Run. I know. Guess then we summon TG Rush Rhino. You can target one TG monster you control, special summon this card from your hand. The targeted monster loses a 1,000 attack. One TG monster you control, its attack defense each become half its current attack defense, and if they do, destroy one other spell or trap on the field. Alright, 3 TG monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle all 3 into your deck, then draw 2 cards. Let's set that trap. Actually, you can also set this thing. Just kill that right away. So now that if a scramble egg, if a monster you control was destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Sonic Chick from your hand deck or graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more or attack. Like, with that defense, I think we'll wait on that. Alright, Sonic Stun. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack, then you can special summon one TG monster or one level 4 or lower tuner from your hand and or deck. We've got TG Tank Grub. This card you control is use as synchro material for a TG monster you can entry as a non-tuner. This card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material for a TG monster. You can special summon one TG token and machine Earth level 1 an attack 0, defense 0, and attack position. You can only use this effect of TG Tank Grub once per turn. I think just go for the attack. What happened there? Can be destroyed by a monster or with it. Be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more attack. Oh, because TG Rush Rhino gains 400 attack during the attack phase and during the damage phase only. And only that's what happened. When your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand once per turn during the end phase. This card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed in the field and sent there. This turn, you can add one TG monster from your deck to your hand except TG Striker. I think we reduce Rush Rhino's attack. So that it can then kill no Sonic Chick. Now let's normal summon and Tank Grub. Because that way we can then synchro and maybe synchro summon next turn. Opponent's monster declares an attack. Yeah, let's Sonic Stun. I can go from and grab something from my deck. See, what does TG Screw Serpent do? Okay, it can reanimate. Yep. Then immediately use the effective TG Screw Serpent. I got Monster Reborn. Think I can special summon any of these. E.g. Wonder Magician. This card is synchro summon. Target one spell trap on the field. Destroy that target if this card is on the field. If this card on the field is destroyed, draw one card once per chain during your opponent's main phase. You can, in quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. One tuner plus one non-tuner or TG monster. I can't select this TG Rush Rhino for whatever reason. Let's see what TG Power Gladiator does. This card attacks a defense position monster and inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent if this card on the field is destroyed. Hyper Librarian. If a monster is synchro summon, draw one card. This card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. If I would want to be able to do multiple synchro summons. And I think. I think I'm gonna go for TG Wonder Magician. Oh, okay, now it's letting me select. Yeah, because I was specifically selecting a tuner then. But now... I can destroy Fighting Spirit. And activate the Tank Grub to get the TG token. Oh, and I have materials to summon another thing. I can normal summon TG Striker. So maybe I bring in TG Power Gladiator. Let me go to battle. Like there with the... Yeah, I might as well... I'll activate that to get all these guys just back into the deck. They can draw two. That's dead. This goes into the graveyard. All level 2 or lower monsters you currently control will gain 500 attack. Power Gladiator specifically cares about a defense position. I think I'll set a Monster Reborn and end the turn. So you can see in normal summoning a monster, activate a card effect. Searching during your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. And there goes that. That Sonic check is going to be a problem. So I currently don't have anything that can kill it. A TG Booster Raptor. If you control a TG monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon an TG Booster Raptor or once per turn. This way, once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard. Alright, so we can just go ahead and summon that. 1900 or more attack. Oh, we can special summon TG Gear Zombie, which will reduce the Wonder Magician's attack. This card you control will be used as synchro material for a TG monster. TG monsters in your hand can also be used as a non-tune or synchro material. So, once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard. Let's see. Yeah, we can summon a Cyber Magician. Oh, actually. Oh, okay. Don't have it. Don't have the means to summon another Wonder Magician. I think we just go to battle. Yeah, finish that up. And we'll be right back.
Jesus is a man. pleasures of the flesh. The only thing I didn't know was that they could be so holy. Jesus is my man, and to know that I'm falling in love. Holy lovers making plans, we could spend our lives living in love. Jesus is my man, I could never dream of giving him up. He takes my breath away, I'm not the same, no other lover could be enough. Jesus, you can come when you need me, baby, it'll be alright. Jesus, if you're lonely, just say my name, I'll be by your side. Whoa, Jesus, you can call me when you need me, baby, it'll be alright. Jesus, if you're lonely, just say my name, I'll be by your side. Jesus, man, I'll do whatever I can for your love. Jesus, man, don't let me go, baby, I need you so much. Jesus, man, I'll do whatever I can for your love. Jesus, man, don't let me go, baby, I need you so much. You got me, Jesus, you got me going down. You got me, Jesus, tonight. You got me, Jesus, you got me going down. You got me, Jesus, tonight. You got me, Jesus.
I am back. So you might got a half hour right before 3 a.m. So I'll probably go for this practice duel. Some monsters can be special summoned, and when certain conditions are met. These are generally written on in their card text, or can be fulfilled by using other cards. Some cards cannot be special summoned with a card like Monster Reborn until they have first been special summoned by fulfilling the requirement. There are many special monsters with effects that allow them to be special summoned once their conditions have been met, called special summon monsters. There are special summon monsters besides Ritual, Null, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, and Link monsters. If you want to special summon them from the graveyard for effects like that of Monster Reborn, they must have been correctly special summoned on the field before they were sent to the graveyard. Basically, a way of keeping you from using the graveyard to circumvent the normal restrictions on playing them. If only Magic had something like that. Both players discard as many cards as possible from their hands, and then each player draws the same number of cards they discarded. Draw Monster Reborn, activate Monster Reborn, and special summon monster from the graveyard. There's only one valid target. They have 4 monsters in your graveyard. The only one you can special summon with Monster Reborn is Cursed Necrofear. Cursed Necrofear does not only have to be special summoned by its own effect, it can also be special summoned by card effects like Monster Reborn. The remaining 3 monsters can only be special summoned from the graveyard. They have previously been special summoned by their own effects. Special summoning monsters is a very powerful tactic. Make sure you understand the conditions that need to be met before you try special summoning. Always keep in mind the conditions that need to be fulfilled as you battle your way to victory. Let's see. Dark Spirit's Mastery, discard one card, add one Destiny board or one level 8 Fiend monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. Place any number of Destiny board and or Spirit message cards with different names from your hand or graveyard on the bottom of the deck in any order. Or then draw the same number of cards. You can only use each effect of Dark Spirit's Mastery once per turn. You've got Destiny board. When this card and all 4 Spirit message cards with different names are placed on the field, you win the duel. Well, once per turn during your opponent's in phase, place one Spirit message card from your hand or deck from your spell trap zone face up in the proper order of I, N, A, and L. Then, when any Spirit message or card or Destiny board you control leave the field, send all Spirit message cards and Destiny board or you control to the graveyard. Maybe we set that face down. When your opponent activates a card or quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target one level 8 Fiend monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated if a level 8 Fiend monster is sent to your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step. You can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect of Dark Spirit of Malice this once per turn. Let's let some of that thing hanging in the turn. During the battle step, of quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, you gain 1,000 life points. And immediately killed another Dark Spirit of Malice. Rival Jam, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 8,000 LP. A special summon it in defense position during your next standby phase. Dark Sanctuary. If a Spirit message would be placed on your field of the Destiny board, you can special summon it as a normal monster or instead, and if you do, it is unaffected by card effects except Destiny board and cannot be targeted for attacks. It does not prevent any of your opponent from attacking you directly. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, toss a coin. If the result plus heads, negate the effect of the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the current attack of that opponent's monster. Contribute this card, then target one face of monster you control. It gains 1,000 attack until the end of the next turn. I guess he might as well go in for the attack. But they use the quick effect. Then they move that to defense, Nun's position. Dark Spirit's Mastery again. You manage this card from your graveyard except at the turn of the... I know what that is. It's that... That was a Mystic Tomato, which let them special summon New Doria. So that died, but that allows them to just go ahead and kill all the one thing we had. Oh, but then in phase of this card is the graveyard because it was destroyed in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent under this turn. Special summon this card from your graveyard. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of face-up spells / traps you control with different names. Oh, so maybe we should actually have Destiny board flipped up. But because then we can start wrecking shit if Necrofear dies again. Oh, we've got the next part of Destiny board. But Spirit Message I. Maybe flip this up. So we can make room. Ritual summon this card with contract with the Dark Master. I don't know where my contract with the Dark Master is, so this is Dark Necrofear. Cannot be normal summon / set. Must be special summon from your hand by banishing 3 fiend monsters from your graveyard. During the end phase, this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed. Added in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent under this turn. Let's kill whatever this is. This is Drillago. The only cards your opponent controls are face-up monsters with 1600 or more attack. This card can attack your opponent directly. Reset that. That face down. And then end the turn. And when Hang Dragon Vraw to your hand, and from your deck or graveyard to your hand, and if you do, you contribute summon one monster or during your main phase this turn in addition to our normal summon / set. Winged Dragon of Ra. Helpomer. You'll be special summon from the graveyard at the end of your opponent's the battle phase. If this card isn't in the graveyard because it was destroyed by battle, make when your opponent discard one random card. This card must be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. Dark Sphere of Malice. When your opponent activates a card or quick effect, you can send this card from your hand and or field to the graveyard, then target one level 8 Fiend monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. Just kill that thing. When your opponent level 8 Fiend monster is into your graveyard while this card is in your graveyard except during the damage step, you can add this card to your hand. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Mash 2 more monsters from your graveyard, special summon in Lakunga token in an attack position. Oh. So I guess the goal is to... So I guess the goal of this practice, this game, is to not have that happen. Alright, so activate card destruction. Use Monster Reborn to get Cursed Necrofear to the field from the graveyard. And then set Destiny board. And then at the end of their turn, flip over Destiny board so that we can immediately start working on the message. Dark Spirit cannot be normal summon or set. Must first be special summon from hand by banishing one dark monster from your graveyard. Once per turn, during your standby phase, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Okay, do have dark monsters I can work with for that. Maybe summon this thing as well. Continue the attack. Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, that's a big issue. But we've got three parts of the spirit message already, so every special summon if a monster effect is activated, quick effect tribute this face up card negate 8 to the activation. If you do, you destroy that monster. Now that seems like it'll be handy. Kill that. Kill that. Oh, okay, so that just happens automatically, I guess. But, we've only got, our opponent only has one more turn in order to finish this. Special summon this card in defense position as an effect monster. There's zombie dark, level 4 attack 1800, and defense 500. This card is also still a trap. If this card is summoned this way, if the card summoned this way is during battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. Let's set that. Because then we can do some fun stuff by maybe getting them to swing into it with something big. That I believe we just won. Yep, we won due to the Destiny Board's effect. Alright, you know what? We can probably do like one more. With Pendulum Summoning, not only can you special summon multiple monsters from your hand, you can also special summon face-up Pendulum monsters from your extra deck. There are a few points that you must keep in mind when special summoning from the extra deck. Let's take a look and put them into practice. Pendulum monsters that were sent into the extra deck face up can also be special summoned by Pendulum Summoning. Any monsters that are Pendulum summoned from the extra deck are generally placed in the extra monster zones. But if you have a link monster on the field, you can Pendulum summon a Pendulum monster to the main monster zone that a link monster or link arrow points to. First, activate Pendulum Treasure, and Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and from your deck to your extra deck face up. Activate Dragon Pulse Magician and Dragon Pit Magician as spell cards. Okay, Dragon Pulse needs to be on this side. Your pillow monsters on the left and right ends of your trap and spell card zones. Now you can pendulum summon monsters from your hand and extra deck. Alright, so we get to pendulum summon both of these. He's Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and Dragon Collar Magician. Monsters are pendulum summoned from the extra deck, generally go in the extra monster zone. Yeah, you explained that to me, you don't have to tell me again. Once per turn, you can make this card become Dragon type until the end of this turn. This card battles a Dragon type monster that was Fusion and Synchro or XYZ. Someone using this card on the field as material gains this effect. If this card battles a Dragon type monster, this card's attack becomes double its original attack during the damage step only. Let's see, Lightning Storm. If you control no face-up cards, activate one of these effects. Currently have a lot of face-up cards, so... Going for the attack. Attack on that thing. I guess we can set Lightning Storm. Just in case we need it later. Oh, they're pendulum summoning too. Pendulum summoned Abyss Actor. They're Sassy Rookie. But now they've got this actor evil heal instead. Perform a pal Skull Crabat Head Joker. When this card is normal summoned, you can add one in Perform a pal monster, Magician, Pendulum monster, or Odd Eyes monster from your deck to your hand, and except Perform a pal Skull Crabat Head Joker. Oh, we can just discard one Pendulum monster. This is a Pendulum monster. And we can just kill that thing. And just swing on through for damage. And let's set Pendulum Reborn. Yeah, let's do that. Because that means that we can bring Skullcrabat directly to the field from the graveyard. Former pal will help Princess. When you normal or special summon a Performer Pal monster or accept it, and Performer Pal will help Princess. Yes, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And that's the end of that, and is pretty much exactly 3 a.m. So, thank you to everyone who stopped by tonight. Next stream in general, well, it's planned for Thursday, with probably either Yu-Gi-Oh or GeoGuessr at this point, because I think it's still gonna be a little while longer before we're getting the big Age of Wonders update. Yeah, they're still in the process of finalizing the update. Need to. And next stream of Yu-Gi-Oh will probably either be a Thursday or Saturday. Depending on what we do Thursday. So see who's live with Sims 2, since that's what we started the stream with. You can also, look at the Master Duel category. For someone to age a raid. Did they change the interface for the category browser? Because now, okay, it was just bugging out. Now let's give this person a raid. Or maybe not that person. Let's browse around the other options a bit more. Now let's give this person a raid. Hey, they seem like they're doing something interesting.